Welcome to my channel, everybody. I am Captain Bobby G, and this is Real Mafia Fishing Charters out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell if you would for me, please. It does help to grow this channel. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram. We are also on fishingbooker.com, guidesly.com, and also the website www.realmafia.fishingcharters.com. Yes, that was a joke, probably a real one, but I decided that I'm not going to do a whole lot of editing with these videos, guys. I'm just not. I am going to bring it straight to you, who I am, all my mistakes, and what I'm going to bring to the table. So let's try that again. www.realmafiafishingcharters.com. That's the new website. In the last video, I kind of told you about how I went about doing things, electing to go to C school as opposed to online, and what best suited me. What is good for you guys and you folks is totally up to you. I am just sharing my experiences. In this video, I'm going to do my best to explain the process of getting it and what it takes to get your license and the different tests. And I will even share to you how hard I thought they were, and I will tell you the strategies that I used to pass. So there are 4 tests on the exam total that you have to take. Rules of the road, charting, plotting, general, and navigation. Those are the 4 that you have to take in order to move forward to be approved for your captain's license. So on the rules of the road, there's 50 questions. No, take it back. It's 30 questions, and you have to get a 90%. On charting, there was 10. You have to get a 90%. On general, there was 50, 70%. In navigation, there was 20, 70%. Those are the 4, and that is where you need to be. You also need to have documented time on the water. What does that mean? I'm going to, again, give you what I think, not what I think, what I did, what I know. You definitely can go to the websites and figure it all out, which will be even more specific. Sometimes these things changed, but for me, it was 360 days on the water, 90 of which had to be within 3 years. Whether it was owning your own vessel, working on a vessel, those criteria had to be met before you could apply for your medical. Of course, proof of citizenship and a copy of your TWIC card. So let's talk a little bit about the TWIC card, because these processes, this wasn't a one and done, bam, done in a month type thing. It was not. Whatever you do when you go into this, don't even expect that it's going to be done at a certain time. You are dealing with the government, you are dealing with Washington, you're dealing with sending it to Puerto Rico, you're dealing with Homeland Security and the United States Coast Guard and the state of Florida. This is a very, very long process. It is time consuming. It is, you have to be 100%, every little thing, detail has to be perfect or they kick it back. Proof of citizenship, pretty self-explanatory, right? Whether it's a green card, your driver's license, so on and so forth. Let's talk about the TWIC card. A lot of guys know what it is. I happen to be in the transportation field, so I knew what that was, which is a transportation workers identification card or credentials. However you want to look at it, some people talk about it differently. To be quite honest with you, it doesn't matter, you need it. You can go into, I went into a Staples. The Staples by me here in Tarpon Springs actually has the TWIC office in it. You make an appointment, you go there, you give them all your information, they do your fingerprints, they take your pictures, and they then send that out to Homeland Security and blah, 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 for approval. The next thing you have to do is a United States Coast Guard medical examination. I have had a ton of questions with guys asking me, well, you know, I'm a truck driver. I've got my medical DOT, and I've got my, I already belong to a peak test club. You know, I already pee in a bottle. Guys, I've been driving a truck for 36 years, and I thought the same thing. I've been going through P test my whole life. I've been going through I test and sticking you know what, you know where for my whole life. It doesn't frickin' matter. The United States Coast Guard is their own thing, and they want their own rules, and you better abide by them or you're not getting your license. So, you can't just go to any doctor either. You have to go to United States Coast Guard approved doctor, which I did. I found one. C-School gave it to me, and I went about getting my medical. That was that part of it. The length of time that took me to get this, I can't even begin to, 8 months, 6 months from start to finish. It's a long, drawn-out process. It's well worth it, but it is a very long, drawn-out process. How I did things, let me explain to you how I did things. Every day, like we talked about in the last video, I literally, methodically did tests every day. Once you're done with the class, you're scheduled technically for the next Tuesday, in my particular case, to take all the tests. That freaked me out. I'm like, I know everything to the best of my ability, but I'm not too sure that from 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you got unlimited time to take it, and you've got 3 chances to take each one of them. But I was like, there's no way, even from 5 o'clock to midnight, am I going to get through 4 tests, especially the charting. You can't elect to do as many tests as you want or as little testing as you want. And then you schedule out whenever you want to take the next test. I was thankful for that. That's what I did. I decided, since charting and plotting was my hardest, I was going to take that first. I was going to get, in my opinion and in my situation, the charting out of the way first, and then move on to the other 3. I was literally going to take the whole day for charting and test out. I don't care if I had to read that sentence for an hour. I have all day to do it. I was going to do that. It paid off. I went ahead, I scheduled my plotting for the first time. There was guys in the class, now there's some kids, I call them because they're younger than me, 20, 30s, whatever, took off for bada bing, bada boom, they're done, right? Me, I'm still working on the same test for hours. One of the gentlemen there, who's the fire end of all things, which also, let me bring that, you have to pass a United States Coast Guard, your life-saving techniques, and that's a whole other class that you had to take. You have to be able to tie different knots, and I can't remember exactly how many. He's awesome. His name was Gator. The guy, I remember him saying, "Dude, after I was done, you're like, man, these guys are done. You're still doing this," just kind of busting my chops, which I didn't care. I passed. And I passed the first time. I didn't care what people were going to say, right? The following week, I scheduled on a Tuesday then for all 3. And quite frankly, I passed. So that was my strategy on that end. The how it was explained to us with the medical and all the safety things that you have to go through with CPR and whatever, which makes a whole lot of sense. Explained to us is, guys, you're first responders. When something happens on your boat, you're going to take care of what you have to take care of first, whether it's a laceration, a broken arm, or a cut leg, whatever the case may be, a heart attack, God forbid, strokes, and then you're calling, United States Coast Guard or whomever to come out to your boat and take care of the situation. This is very, very important. It's very, very important that you take this seriously if you want to do this. There are a number of reasons why guys do this. I'm 60 years old, I just want a notch in my guitar, I just thought it would be cool. For me, I wanted it for all of those reasons, but I wanted to start my own charting business. In my next video, I'll talk about what it took for me to get into the charting business and all of that stuff that's just very, very time consuming as well. I just want to give you guys a quick little overall view of what you're going to be experiencing, some of which, again, are going to be easier than others, but I will tell you from an uneducated type of a person that it can be done. I will also encourage you, any of you, if you have any questions, forget about the fact now that I own a chartering business. Put that aside for a minute, okay? That is part of what I'm doing, but it's not everything of what I'm doing. I have decided that I want to help people. I want to have fun with families out there. I want to just be myself and be the goofy, stupid kid out of Chicago with a bad accent that talks loud. Yeah, moves my hands around a lot. Call me, 727-424-5600. If I don't respond right away, I might be out or whatever the case may be, leave a message. Hey, this is Peter Pan. I got a question about this. I need a kick in the butt. What do you think? Reach out to me via email, realmafiafishingcharters@gmail.com. I'm here to help you guys. I may not have all the answers, but I can promise you one thing. I will do my best to steer you in the right directions. The next video will be kind of like what I went through, obtaining all the permits and whatnot for the business and the website and blah, 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 blah. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Like my videos, subscribe to them, hit the notification bell, and we'll talk to you on the other side.